the override comp, how you can make money from override. So not only, Miko, we want you to come in and we want to show you how to become a great agent, but we want to also show, not only we want to show you how to become a great agent, but we want to show you how to build an agency. So Miko, now if you recruit your best friend and you're a rep, well, you're a district leader and he's a rep, now the company is going to pay you every time he does something. Miko, can you imagine being home or being at work and your best friend, Henry, does a sale, and now you making some money every time Henry does something? Can you imagine that? So, and then Miko, you can be a regional vice president. Do you see what the comp is on a regional? When I do something as a regional vice president, I make this. So Miko, imagine if you're the regional vice president and now you got Henry as a district. Do you see how much you make off of Henry every time he does something? What if again, Miko, what if I can show you how to keep your job, but do this on a part-time basis, man? How would you feel about that? So again, you gotta know that compensation page, y'all. Get to a point where you know it without even having to look at it, so that you can just rattle off those numbers, y'all. But yeah, you got to use that's the fourth way, compensation.
Big deal, y'all. So those are the 4 ways to recruit. So so Val, give me a way that you can crusade. Give me a crusade statement that you feel like we have been missing, let's say for the last 50 years. What's a crusade statement that you think you can make throughout your presentation?
Okay. Crusade question. Like I said before, and I tell them all the time, how many people do you know? How many families have you known in your lifetime, or that you know right now, that have GoFundMes to take care of their family members that have passed away?
A lot of them.
Yeah, a lot of them. And I had a young lady the other day, and she's talking about people in her graduating class of 2014 that have passed away because they were not properly protected. And their parents had to come up with money. They're doing GoFundMes, they're doing fish fries. These things we try to get. So that's why explaining to you and educating you on the need of getting this life insurance.
That's good. Now, that's how you crusade, Val. You got to give them examples of how we need to do better. We don't have to go very far to see that we need to do better. We can go in our neighborhoods. We can go in our old neighborhoods. We can see how we used to live in the old house. We can go. We ain't got to go that far to see that we have some room for financial improvement, financial empowerment, financial wellness. We don't have to go that far. So we got to say those things throughout the presentation to capture the person's attention. And the great thing, Eric, is you're not going to find too many people that disagree with you about the fact that we need to improve financially. Am I wrong or right?
No, you're exactly right. Exactly right.
You with
That's
me?
for sure.
All right. So any questions, teammates, on the 4 ways to recruit? Any questions?
My coach, appreciate the memory jogger.
Hey, that's what we do, man. That's what training is all about. Eric hit me up and said, Coach, man, we need to train on the presentation.
That was all you, Coach. That was all you.
Listen, hey, that's how we get better, y'all. This is how we get better. So let's go to 3, Eric, if you don't mind. 3 is your soft or small closes. Cassandra, give me an example of a soft or small close on whether it's the insurance, whether it's the recruit. What would be an example of a small close or a soft close?
Can I have my soft close on mutual funds?
Anything you want, yeah, sure.
I would simply say, how much is your employee paying you to put into, do you, no, do you have a 401k plan?
Okay, let's role play. Let's role play. Okay,
So I
so
said, do you have a 401k plan?
no, I don't.
What are you doing to save towards your retirement?
I'm not.
Do you have $25 to $50 a month that you could put away for yourself?
Possibly.
Possibly. What if I told you you could actually start to save for your retirement with it's $25 a month? Could you do that? That's basically, how about this? Do you go to Starbucks for coffee?
No, I don't go to Starbucks.
Okay. What's your favorite beverage? Do you have a favorite beverage that you pretty consistently
No,
drink?
every now and then I'll get a soda.
Get a soda? Okay, so what about that's what, $25 a month? That's almost $5 a week.
I don't
So
spend
that,
$25 a month on sodas.
no, okay, so could you find that $5 a week?
Yeah,
That would help you towards your future,
yeah,
especially at your young age.
Yeah, I could do $5 a week.
I think that'd be a great plan. That would be my soft close. One
Okay.
thing I could think about right now is the whole issue of retirement and people coming off and they stand up. Well, do you want to stand up in front of Walmart to be a greeter?
Okay. All right.
Think about
So Sandra,
that.
so what I'm hearing, and Eric,
Mhm.
you can correct me if I'm wrong, it sounds like you're making statements. So,
Okay.
so let me give you an example of a soft or small close. Eric, are you hearing the same thing?
Mhm.
Okay. So Cassandra,
Uh-huh.
here's an example of a soft or small close.
Okay.
So Cassandra, we went over, we went over, we went over the mutual fund part. And so Sandra, how would you feel if you could set up an account like this and have $300,000 in 40 years? How would you feel?
Great.
That's a soft close.
Okay.
A soft close is not saying, Cassandra, you need to do this, or you need to do that, or
Okay.
Eric, give another example of a soft close.
Yeah, that's we kind of talked about this the other night. Would like you can go for the life insurance, for example.
Mhm.
And so if I can show you, Cassandra, a plan that works, because another, okay, so let's say a person doesn't have, a policy outside of the job or whatever, right? If I can show you a plan, Cassandra, that's outside of the job, because you understand that having a policy outside of the job, now that I explained to you, is important, right? Would there be any reason why you wouldn't consider that?
No, would not
Would
be
there
any
be any
reason.
reason? Okay, great. So I'm gonna show you how, I'm gonna get into it, and I'm gonna show you exactly how it works. Okay. So if y'all notice, I said, would there be any reason why she wouldn't consider that? I didn't say, okay, now I've explained everything. So, if I can show you a plan that's affordable, makes sense, you understand it, would there be any reason why you wouldn't do that to protect your family? That's a hard close. Would any reason why you wouldn't do that? But I'm not asking her that now. I'm asking her, would there be any reason why you wouldn't consider that? Or how would you feel about that?
Another soft close, Cassandra, example of a soft close is if I ask a person, let's say I'm talking about part-time income, let's say I'm talking about the opportunity, and I say, Cassandra, if you could make an extra $1,000 a month, what would you do with that money? You with me? And the person
Yes.
will say, I would do this.
Pay
I
off
would
some
do this.
bills.
Yeah. So now I'm not asking them to pay the money for the IBA. I'm just asking them, hey, what would you do with an extra $1,000 a month? Or, if you could make an extra $1,000 a month, what would that mean to you? So in other words, soft and small closes, everybody, you already know the answer to the question, Miko. Miko, watch this, Miko. If Miko, how would you like to save extra money? Would you like to save extra money? Yes or no?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Now who gonna say no to I don't want to save more money? Nobody. Y'all with me? So most of the questions that you're gonna ask, and they come to you as you're doing your presentation. It's gonna flow. It's gonna flow so good, and you're gonna be like, man, I got this person. They saying yes to everything I'm asking them. And I'm not even asking them to do the policy right now. I'm not even asking them, I mean, like, okay, let me give you another one. You ready? Ready, Cassandra? Sandra, if let's say God forbid something happened to you, would you want your family to live the same lifestyle or better?
Better.
That's a soft close.
Right.
That's a soft close. I'm not asking you to do the policy right now. I'm just asking you, how would you feel? What type of lifestyle would you want? And everybody's gonna say better. Nobody's gonna say worse lifestyle. Most people are not gonna say the same lifestyle because their lifestyle ain't all that right now, period. You with me? So most people, they want their family to live a better lifestyle. Like, we have a pretty good lifestyle, but guess what? I want my kids to live a better lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? I want them to, to experience what we have done for them, but more, So that's an example of a soft close, small close, okay? All right. Number 4, being caringly, confidently assumptive. Eric, you want to hit on that?
Yeah, that's to me, and you can help me with this one too. To me, that one kind of ties into the soft closes as well, in a sense, because when you ask them, how would you feel? I mean, you're kind of assuming that you already know, Miko, when you ask them, would you want your kids to have a better lifestyle or something like that? You kind of, that's a caring question because you care, but you kind of already know the answer. You know what I'm saying? So, and Coach, you can jump in there because this one has always kind of tripped me up a little bit. I'm gonna be totally honest, but because to me, they always the soft closes went along with this one.
Right.
They kind of went hand in hand.
Yeah, and that's true, Eric. Because okay, so Miko, let's role play. Okay, I'm just going off the top. I'm like freestyle. I'm hip hop, and I'm just going off the top. Okay, so Miko, listen, man. I know you said earlier that oh, I think that's my son coming in. Oh, yeah, he's coming in the front door. I'm glad you took your key, boy. But anyway, all right. But so I don't know, who was that coming? I was like, oh. Yeah, he went fishing across the street. But so Miko, if you could listen, if I could show you how to put a plan together that takes care of your family in a big time way, is there any reason you wouldn't want to move forward with that plan?
No, but I don't have the money today.
You don't have the money today. So Miko, when will you have the money?
I get paid next Friday.
Okay, so let's do it next Friday.
Sounds good.
Okay, so Miko, let me ask you this. How much do you feel you can put aside on a month-to-month basis to make sure your family's properly protected?
Between 100 and 150.
Okay, so Miko, let's just say 100. Okay, so what we're going to do, Miko, is we're going to take that $100 and we're going to put a plan together that does everything that you want your family to, that you want to be able to do for your family. Is that fair enough?
Fair enough.
Okay, good. So boom, boom, boom. I'm gonna work on some quotes. Hey, Miko, man, listen, I came up with some quotes, and it looks like, man, based on the coverage that you need, okay, because you told me you needed about $2,000 a month. Your family needed about $2,000 a month to make sure that you're financially secure. So Miko, based on that, your just for your life insurance part, your premium only came to $65 a month. How's that sound?
Yeah, that's fair. That's reasonable.
And Miko, that's going to give you 250,000. Is that not crazy or what?
It is.
I mean, Miko, do you feel like if your family had 250, do you think they will be okay financially, or do you think they struggle?
No, they should be okay with that.
They'll be okay financially? And see, and that's what I want to show you how to do, Miko. Okay, sounds good?
Sounds good.
So Miko, next Friday, let's get together. We're gonna do your medical questions. We're gonna apply to see if the company will accept you, and then we'll at that time we can also look at doing your mutual fund, because what we can do, Miko, is we can take that other $35 and we can put that into a mutual fund, and now you can have your $100 go into a plan that will deliver what you want delivered. Fair enough?
Fair enough.
Okay. Any questions, Miko?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. So do y'all see how I was just moving him toward the close? I was just being assumptive. I wasn't like, so Miko, do you want to do your policy? Miko, how much do you want to do every month? Can you do it today? Can you do it tomorrow? No, ask him when he get paid. I'm being assumptive. Miko, when you get paid? Friday. Okay, well, let's do it Friday. But I'm caring. I'm confident. I'm like, man, let's get this done. How much can you set aside? Can you do $100 a month? Can you do $150 a month? And guys, let's be confident. Let's be caring, but let's be assumptive. Okay, Eric, does that help a little bit, or did I mess up?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good.
Okay.
Good.
All right. Any questions about number 4, you all? Any questions about number 4? All right. Number 5. All right. So, and we'll kind of come back to this in a minute, because we got about 30 more minutes to go. But we're going to get into showing the page, asking some questions, and then we're going to kind of end with a tie down. So we'll get into that when I bring up some slides. I got the presentation ready, and we're going to do some role playing, and we're going to give some examples. Okay. Number 6, getting commitments. So Eric, let's get into now. Commitments can be a whole nother training session. Eric, do we want to save this for another training session, or you think we should hit this now?
Yeah, well, you're right. That could take some time.
Yeah. So
It could take some time.
let's save commitments, because right now we're just trying to get a solid presentation going, understanding the whole dynamics of the presentation. So, all right, let's go. What we'll do is we'll cover 6, not next Saturday, but the following Saturday. And then what we'll do is we'll get into the 4-step commitment and the 6-step commitment. Okay. And then Eric, we may be able to get into overcoming some objections during that time as well. All right, so let's get into number 7, guys. Let's get into reading people. Okay, so reading people is so important. Okay, and so let's spend some time on that, Val. So Val, Val had this yesterday, y'all. You have to read people. How do you read people? Miko, if I get on the webinar, right, and I'm driving, you with me? Why am I doing a presentation with you?
Right.
So if the person is driving, what should we do, Miko?
Reschedule. I'm not going to do it right then and there, because you're not going to be paying attention, not fully to everything that I'm saying.
And now you're gonna hear some. Okay, let me tell y'all why I said that. Okay, so and Val, Val's tough, so she don't mind. There was a presentation done with somebody that was driving. So, and I didn't know this, so I got on the last couple minutes, and I said, "So, how do you feel about the presentation? How do you feel about everything that you saw?" And she said, "Well, I kind of like everything, but I need to see everything on paper." I was like, "On paper?" I said, "But you just saw the presentation." And she said, "Well, no, I didn't get a chance to see everything because I'm driving." Oh, Lord. So you have to read people and you have to make sure that people are stationary when we're doing our presentation, okay?
Coach, can I say someone that?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Eric.
The other thing why it's important to read people is because I just had this yesterday. I was doing matter of fact, it was Thursday. I was doing a field training presentation, and the guy was on the presentation, Miko, but the guy was kind of like, he was kind of like this, and he was just sipping his drink and stuff, and he was just kind of, you know, so I would ask him a question, and I would get one word answers. Yeah. And I would ask him another, yeah. So that told me, okay, Eric, don't try to recruit this guy. Just get through so that you can have done the presentation for the recruit so the recruit can see it. And when you get to the end, when you finish the life insurance, just go ahead and wrap up. You follow me? Because his body language told me that he wasn't interested. So there was no need for me to try to pull and prod, no need for me to try to prolong this. Let's just go ahead and get this done and get off and keep it moving. But the body language can also tell you that, hey, this person is engaged, this person is hanging on to every word, so I need to go after this person. So that's why it's important to read people, man, because you can be dropping knowledge and giving them everything you got and they ain't paying attention. But if you ain't reading them, you ain't gonna catch that.
Hey, E, let me dive in here. So, like, for example, guys, if y'all see a person is not like really in it in the first 15 minutes, why in the heck am I going to talk to them about an IBA? Why? I mean, you can save yourself 5 minutes. You can say you can work for them 5 minutes. You can get referrals. For them 5 minutes, you can, you know, get your quote done. For them 5 minutes, you can figure out how much coverage they need. You ain't got to waste time on the IBA. You know, talking about $99 and $25 a month. They really gonna tune you out then. But if you got a person, Cassandra, that's excited, that's agreeing with everything that you say, doesn't it? And watch this, Eric. If I'm recruiting on every other presentation, on every other page with the 4 ways to recruit, I'm gonna know if that person's in or out. I'm gonna know that. What would $1,000 mean to you? What if we would have known this years ago? Imagine if you had a business that was paying you $5,000 a month and you didn't have to go to work. See, the responses from them are gonna tell me if I'm on the right track with that person or not. So Hank, that's why we gotta get good at reading people. We gotta get to the point where we're asking people to cut on their video. We gotta get to the point where we, so Eric, if a person is like, they look like they're tired and falling asleep, man, I'm gonna get that person to talk like every page. Why do you think it's important to save? Oh man, you got to save money, but for that rainy day. And what would it mean to have money? What would it mean to have extra money on the rainy day? Miko, I might ask them about 3 or 4 questions on saving money because I want them to wake up. I want them to engage. I want them to be a part of what we're doing, a part of the process. So I'm going to ask them questions just to make them stay awake. Y'all with me? Okay, hope that makes sense. Eric, you want to kick number 8? Because number 8 could come under a spectrum of emotions too.
It can. So I think we can bypass that because again, you kind of hit on that earlier with saying not being monotone, be excited. Like you said earlier, you don't have to be jumping from the chandeliers, but be excited. Yeah, so right. We can.
And number 9, be in the right market. What's the right market? Val, talk to us about the right market of Primerica. What is the right market in Primerica?
Well, I think the right market to me would be anyone who's really, really interested. But we're trying to get people in their early 30s, maybe late 20s, possibly with kids, better yet, married couples, 30s, 40s, possibly 50s. So that to me is the right type of market.
Okay. All right. So you hit on most of the good aspects of a market. So y'all write this down so y'all can remember it, okay? Macho, M-A-C-H-O. And let's go through each one of them. Okay, y'all write this down. Your macho, your right market is people that are married. Val just covered that. Okay, M is for married. The A is for age, 25 to 55. That's the market. C is for children, people that have children, okay? H is for homeowner, because think about this, you all. When a person is a homeowner, they have good what?
Good credit most of the time.
Good credit. Because Miko, you have to have good credit when you pay your bills. I mean, when you have a home, right? So when you have good credit, that means you pay your bills. And if you pay your bills, you probably gonna pay your insurance. True?
True.
That's what we want, y'all. We want, and so if y'all ever look at the people that are not paying their premium right now, it's a reason why they are a problem. Because people that, like Eric, you got your insurance paid up this month? You own a home?
I do.
Y'all with me? I'm a homeowner. My insurance is paid. Y'all with me? I'm not going to let my insurance go because I don't know, man. We got some people that's starting to miss some payments. That's just blowing my mind, Eric. Y'all, we can't. Now watch. They paying all these other bills, right, Miko? But they ain't paying the insurance bill, right? See, here's something we got to get people to understand, Eric. Your insurance bill is the most important bill. Cassandra, tell me why the insurance bill is the most important bill in your house.
Because it's my coverage, it's my protection.
That's your protection. Now let me put it to you in a different way, Cassandra. You ready?
Yeah.
Something you want to share with your clients. Your insurance bill is the most important bill because it's the only bill that you pay that brings money back into the house.
Gotcha.
You can pay the cell phone bill, you can pay the cable bill all you want. And don't pay the life insurance, right? And die. Do you think Spectrum or Dominion is going to send your family $200,000? No. So we got to get people to understand that this insurance payment is the most important payment in their house. Man, you should go without cable before you don't pay your insurance bill. I hope everybody getting what I'm saying. Y'all with me? So that's important, y'all. Any questions, y'all, about being in the right market? Any questions about keys to an effective presentation? And I'll email this out to everybody too, okay? Any questions?
What does the O stand for in Macho?
Oh, occupation, thank you, Val. Occupation making $30,000 or more. If they're married, they should be making $60,000 or more. So Val, when a person is not making $30,000 or more, and we do a policy for them, you can pretty much expect some headaches. Okay. Now, we're not saying that that's going to be the rule, but we're saying is you have to do an unbelievable job of reminding them about their payment, like sending a text reminder to say, hey, your draft is coming up on the 15th. I just want to make sure, I want to remind you that the payment's going to come out. And what I found, Val, is when I do a good job of reminding people, if something has transpired with their account, they'll let me know. I changed my account. I'm not going to have the money there. They let me know, so I got time to make the necessary adjustments. So y'all, we can reduce the client's payment. We can call the company and tell them not to draft. There are a lot of things that we can do. We can reduce the client's payment from $50 to $25 a month. There are a lot of things that we can do to save our clients. I mean, y'all, I don't know if y'all notice or not, but if a client's paying $60 a month, Val, and they're having some financial difficulties, which they are because they're missing payments, right? We can lower that payment to $15 a month. And everybody got $15 a month.
So when you lower it to $15 a month, that also lowers their coverage?
Yes, why wouldn't it?
Okay. I'm just asking.
Yeah,
I
it's gonna
get it.
lower the coverage.
Okay, but we can't go down as low as $15 a month.
Exactly. Yep. Okay, Eric, anything you want to add to that, bro?
No, sir. That's good.
Okay,
That's good.
good stuff. All right, any questions? Deborah, I know she